You know, the holiday season is prime time here at New Day. All the holidays lead us to so many festive segments. You know, we love it.
Oh, we absolutely do. And with the holidays usually come lots of time in the kitchen cooking, which we'll get to in a bit. But first, lots of family time. Which has us, of course, kicking off the show this morning with a round of hot topics with our New Day fam, which we love.
Yep.
Producers Joseph and Rebecca join us now. This is going to be a blast.
This is so fun.
This is going to be fun because it is a favorite topic of ours.
Absolutely.
Holidays.
Yep.
Okay, so in the fall, winter months, we
Yes.
really have kind of the best right there. 4 jam-packed holidays. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then we have to add New Year's.
Of course.
Prime time for us here.
Favorite? You know mine's Christmas, but what about you?
I love Thanksgiving. I love a food holiday, obviously.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Makes sense for me when you think about it, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
So do you love it way more than you love, say, Christmas?
I just think Christmas, like gift giving, I like
What?
that, but it's kind of stressful. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. That's good.
Thanksgiving is like Christmas with no gifts.
Pressure.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
the pressure.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know
I
there's
get
more to
that.
the holidays than
Yeah.
that, but in
Yeah.
a practical sense.
Rebecca,
Okay,
thoughts?
well, there's things that I love about all of them. Maybe not New Year's.
I was going to say New Year's is a big no
Yeah.
for me.
But I mean, Halloween is great. But when you grow up in the Pacific Northwest and you trick or treat with like in the rain, like that's not so fun.
Yeah.
I do love a Thanksgiving. It is so underrated.
Yes.
You've got the football, you've got the
Agreed.
food,
True.
you've got the
It's
Macy's
true.
Thanksgiving Day parade. You get to decorate right after
Okay.
you eat.
All right.
But Christmas is definitely number one.
I'm liking
I
it
know.
a little better.
Christmas
what about you?
has got to be number one for me. I think just like our family holiday traditions too, which I want to talk about with
Yes.
everyone. It's just such a special time, and yeah, my mom and dad used to just make that so special growing up. So good memories.
I think because the foods I don't love about Thanksgiving.
Oh.
I don't
Is
either.
that maybe part of it?
I don't like turkey.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
Wait, what?
I don't
know.
really either.
I know that's like, but I love the sides. So, and maybe I just
I
need
don't
a different menu.
Y'all
but-
Christmas
Yeah.
girlies can stay together and I'll enjoy all the Thanksgiving food
Well,
myself.
cheers to whatever holiday you like with eggnog.
I don't know
love
about this.
eggnog.
I do not.
What? Okay.
Okay, this is what you should do with eggnog.
Throw it in your coffee.
Yeah, that's the only
Or
way to do it.
just throw it.
I love eggnog.
I like
Maybe
the
that's
taste, but it is so much dairy, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you like it. You love it.
I love it, especially like an eggnog latte is so delicious. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. And then pumpkin pie too. Also, I know you love it.
Pumpkin pie,
do not.
pumpkin anything, like pumpkin muffins, pumpkin like spice latte again, pumpkin pie. Like I cannot wait to eat this.
Well, I think, the holidays are they're all so much centered around food, but do y'all like disagree with your significant others about like what's on the menu? Because I know for me, like for Christmas, it's like prime rib. My significant other, he feels it's ham, and I just think that's wrong. But
Oh. See, I don't really care. I feel like my mom has always run the show with like the menu, and if anyone feels really passionate, like I really want to make this menu, I'm like, that sounds so great
like, I'll be there
for
to
you.
eat it.
Yeah, I will do whatever you want. in the
So I'm
kitchen.
going to step in and try and help your
Decode,
relationship here.
yes.
Could you do
Okay.
one for Christmas Eve and then one for Christmas Day?
That's fair.
Sure. Yes, we could.
Yeah.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
like a
So you
problem
both,
solving.
would get that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that you mentioned the holiday traditions.
Yes.
And eggnog's one of them, and I know pumpkin pie in your family is one of them. But we were talking about family traditions, and your family does it in a big
We
way.
go all out. So we do Santa pictures still.
Yeah.
All of my siblings are in their 30s.
Explain.
We even bring the dog Achilles, which is a feat in him, like he's a Great Dane. And even my parents snuck in this photo. They were like, you guys. But we've had them like since I was a newborn. It's always been, we go and get Santa pictures. Middle school, this all but took me out. I mean, I was like, you guys, this is so embarrassing. People are gonna see me at Bellevue Square sitting on Santa's lap.
Is
Like,
it always
did.
the Bell Square one?
it usually is always the Bell Square one. We've had to switch it up now. That one was at Redmond Town Center because the dog.
Oh,
The
they
dog
won't take
was
the
so
dog.
important
Okay.
that we had to make sure we had to go somewhere with the dog. And then my dad also, Chuck Hanson, shout out to you, Dad. He's gonna love this.
He does something on Christmas Day.
Yes, Christmas morning, he still makes all of us adult children, mind you, sit on top of the stairs, and then he records us.
Here's your dad right
Here
here.
he is,
Okay, wait.
in their festive matching sweaters, with commentary always.
You can hear
like-
him, I think, say,
Yeah, it's like,
come on, everybody.
Come on, time to go now. So ever since we were little, like we used to chase, my brothers would push each other, run into the tree, like who got there first to look at the presents. Now it's like no one's running. Everyone's like tired, like look, and we're like, do we really still have to sit there? And every year he's like,
I love the camcorder.
Get in position, right? And it's like I don't even think any of us have seen those videos. There's VHS tapes.
You're in the business. You need to put those tapes together.
I think that would be a really. Plug your ears out. I think that would be a very nice Christmas gift for him this year to kind of string it.
I love your dad. That's great. And I will say, when we were talking about this, I found out about you. Something about you in a letter to Santa.
Yes, my
family tradition.
My mother. There's me. Thanks. Shout out to Janice, my mom, for finding that photo. But,
very quick.
Janice, we love it.
Yeah, Spokane Valley. She would ask me to write a letter to Santa, which is very normal. But I think I did it until my senior year of high school, which is maybe a little bit late.
Wow.
I don't know. Who could say? But
and did Santa deliver?
He sure did.
Well, then there you go.
Actually, that's worth it.
It is worth it.
Worth it. How about you? Did you have any traditions?
Oh man, we have tons of traditions. I think one of my favorite ones is we. Growing up, we always had Christmas Eve with the extended family. So aunts, uncles, cousins, everything. Now we still do that, not on Christmas Eve, like a couple weeks beforehand, but Santa Claus makes an appearance. I will say, he has been coming to this function. He must know how important it is because he's been coming for decades.
Boom.
Wow.
And it's amazing, and I love it. But he only comes when we sing, "Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus."
Nice.
So
we're gonna let
it makes me excited when that song comes on because I know what's happening.
Yeah.
That's a whole
I
other
think
thing.
something else is going to make you really, really excited, and we have to get to this topic. After election season, it's probably one thing that we shouldn't be talking about over our pumpkin pie and everything politics. Maybe just leave that. But you had a good idea that we should be talking about aliens.
Okay.
What?
So, here's the thing. There's not a lot that we can agree on these days,
That's true.
right?
That's true.
But we are all united under one thing, which is we have to keep this world safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Say it.
Okay.
Where's this going?
Just say it.
No, okay, so there's this thing on Netflix, it's called Invasion Alien, and I am obsessed.
Okay.
He is saying, basically, I had not ever heard this before, but we've known that they've been coming for a long time, but they're here! And they are in the water.
What?
They're living in colonies in the water.
She is actually pretty serious about
journalist.
this. She is pretty serious about this. So you're saying that we should be paying more attention. And
the water in the ocean.
You're saying aliens will unite us.
Because they're here.
Aliens will unite us in this time where we need
I have to tell you, that show exists. It's called Star Trek. I don't know if you've heard. That is literally what that show is.
We have something.
Yeah.
Prepared for you.
Assume.
You guys are all going to thank me when we get. Congress,
when they're here.
get on this because there are answers that need to be out there.
I will say this. I do think it's a pretty great idea to divert at the family table to aliens. And I'm actually planning to do that because I do think that's a pretty genius idea, right?
It would be nice to be like, Aunt Jill, aliens.
What do you think?
What do you think?
Cows that have been.
The cows are involved.
The cows.
There are cows that they're on the ground and they've been
eviscerated.
Parts have been taken. No blood.
No
blood, and this has been happening in the snow. You would think there'd be something, some sign. I'm just telling you, you guys, you are going to thank me. You are going to thank me. All of you at home, aliens that'll keep the peace at your Thanksgiving and Christmas table.
I will agree to that.
I will agree to that too, and I guess we all need to watch Netflix and just
Invasion Alien.
I know. I want to watch
Invasion
that.
Alien.
As a believer myself.
Investigation Alien.
I'm a huge. I really like aliens, but anyways, that's a whole other thing.
And I think, given how you're feeling about different meals and things like that, we can give each other more space and find solutions.
Yes.
I think the aliens would want us to. Wait, do we like the aliens or we do not like the aliens? I just want to be clear about
I'm going to be a little scared swimming in the ocean.
A lot of people say they come in peace.
Yeah.
But
I think they're hiding in the ocean because they want to stay away from us for a reason. But anyways.
I actually didn't know they were hiding in the ocean.
Well,
so
I
I've
didn't
actually
either, and
learned
now I'm
something
not
today.
going to swim anymore. Another holiday hot take here.
Okay.
We know holidays do big things here, especially at New Day. And Suzie, you love Christmas, which we've established. But a couple years ago, I heard Joseph made y'all do Christmas in July special, and that you just were not into this. What is this hot take?
I thought I was giving Suzie a gift. She loves Christmas.
I know you did.
I'm like, we're going to do this in July. It'll bring the Christmas joy to summer.
It's too much.
I was wrong.
I mean, partly I was to blame in the sense that because it was Christmas in July, this place had to look like an explosion of Christmas. So I did go overboard, but it was just too much. It took away from the specialness for me of Christmas.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It should be a once in the year thing. Okay.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I was like just yanking the ornaments off the tree and just it's so salty.
That
it was
was
pretty
such a cute day, though. That brought a lot of joy to me. I'm sorry it was maybe a little too much for you, but you know.
I just think we need to keep Christmas right where it is. But that's me. Maybe other people like Christmas.
I tend to agree with you. I feel like it makes it special because it's like leading up to it, listening to some Christmas like holiday music, and then you go into Christmas. And July is my birthday month, so I guess maybe I'm like, let's just leave that there.
Exactly.
Rebecca, thoughts?
You know, keep it where it's at for sure. But we could have more celebrations in July. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But maybe just keep the holly jolly jingle away from July.
I did hear that quite a few people started celebrating Christmas in July during COVID.
Yes.
That kind of gave
That's
them
what inspired us
something
to kind of do it.
And that was what inspired you.
Yeah.
So I get that, but it is very commercialized. So I guess I understand why they want to have Christmas in July.
It's all about consumers. Let's get real. It's
We're not
about
confused
spending.
about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I have to say that little Christmas tree you made that with like all the beach balls and stuff on it, I thought that was so cute.
That's darling.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So.
But yeah, it's hot in July, and you're probably like trying to like run around and decorate. It's just not the vibe.
Part of it was me, like I said, but I was just at the end. I was like,
Can this be over?
but that's okay. That's okay. Something that is a big holiday tradition for some people is fruitcake. And we're going to do a taste test in the beginning, but first a little history lesson on fruitcake because I've learned a few things. Dates back at least to the Roman times. Archives show they made a concoction of barley mash, pine nuts, and honeyed wine.
Excuse me, barley mash?
Barley mash. I don't even want to ask.
Doesn't sound good.
I don't want to ask.
I feel like
that.
I used to give that to my horse.
Okay. Maybe your horse would like this.
And this taste test is going to be really great for you. It became an American tradition in 16th century here. New Zealand, it's still traditionally their wedding cake.
Oh no.
And here's the best part, and this is probably a good one for me because you know how I feel about expiration dates, they don't really matter. This will last for decades, if alcohol is used in it because that's a preservative, and so decades later you could eat that same
Oh,
fruitcake.
you know, I don't hate this actually. I've never had fruitcake before.
Okay,
I've never either.
you guys, you're jumping ahead and you're eating it
Is
ahead.
that
What do you
like
think?
raisin? Am I just tasting a bunch of raisins?
This is not it.
You know, that would be so good if you if you
That
toasted
is
it
so
and
good.
put butter on it, that would be yummy.
Okay, if it was toasted, I hear you with that, something crisper.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna try this one.
This is not for me.
You have to really like raisins.
So
Yeah.
this is a fruitcake. I think this is the traditional fruitcake, and this one's the cherry.
Oh, well, I'll opt for a cherry.
Yeah, I'm not
Try.
tasting any cherries in that one.
No, that was just straight raisins.
I'm not mad about that. I like that.
Why is there so much fruit?
I know,
Would you
all for
have
me.
it for your wedding?
I mean, no.
What a horrible
Start a trend,
what a
Joseph.
horrible
I don't
way to
think
start
that's
a
gonna be
life.
I can't believe that they have that as a traditional wedding cake.
In where?
New Zealand.
Okay, well, I'm not a Kiwi.
Yeah.
I just bit into a raisin.
I know.
No.
I mean, like chocolate and raisin cookie, I don't like that. This is just like a dense, it's giving dense cake with raisins.
But it's crumbly. Like,
Yeah, and it's crumbly, it's dry. Why did they have to
It
put
is
so many
dry.
raisins in it?
It's very dry.
because it's a fruit
Yeah,
cake,
I'm not
Suzie.
sure. I don't need it. I don't need it that much.
No
really.
more? Okay.
I don't know.
I definitely couldn't. People are giving this as hosting gifts and stuff, so
Please don't.
unsure.
Please do not do that. Okay. No, that's a no.
We're going to switch gears here, okay?
Woo, okay. Let's talk about wrapping paper. And you know, this topic, I love wrapping paper.
Yes, you do.
But this is a topic that you really have feelings
Oh,
about.
I do, yes.
You want to share first?
Well, I just feel like I've been a creative talk show producer for 9 years, and that I should be able to wrap a gift at this point in my life, and I just have, that skill's really been lost on me.
we need another lesson.
I know, gosh.
I feel like I've taught you this.
You have
skill.
many times.
So-
Suzie helps me with all these things in my
And
life.
you love it, right? Like you color coordinate.
I love wrapping paper. I love to choose it for the season. I haven't found it yet. I was at Home Goods the other day and I was trying to get the 3 rolls because you need 3. You need a pattern. It's kind of a solid. You do. And then something
course.
more like a picture picture kind of, and I couldn't find it, and I was frustrated, and I just dropped him and left. I really
you were so frustrated at Home Goods, you were like, ow.
And the other thing I feel is that a gift worth giving is a gift worth wrapping. And I just, I just feel wrapping's
But what about the odd-sized presents?
You can figure it out.
A bag.
Do you
like
like
about a bag?
Do you like
some
doing
tissue
that?
paper?
Do you like the challenge?
I don't like the challenge because I like a wrapped gift, so that when you have to go to a bag, I feel like I've failed.
Well, I'm failing every single day because anybody that's getting a gift from me, I apologize in advance.
Sorry.
It's going to be a bag, but with cute tissue paper. I really go out of my way to go and look for some cute
and you can reuse it. It's for the environment.
It's sustainable. I'm thinking about the environment.
I think Kelly and I might need the same wrapping lesson. Yes. Is what I'm hearing from that.
I think really that's what it comes down to is I would like a wrapping lesson because you're like the Kardashians in that. They post all over social media about the amazing wrapping paper that's all matching for the gift, and it does look stunning under the tree.
Are they doing it?
Well, they say they are. That's true.
I would like to wrap
fact
for
check
the
me on that.
Kardashians. How can I get that job? Wrapping for the Kardashians?
Boom.
Also, if you have cats, it's real hard to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're just all
another
over it.
reason.
I know. I don't
dog.
even have a Christmas tree this year
I
because
know.
of the
You
cats.
got to put the ornaments
What do you
all
do?
the way
Because you don't
up.
have cats. What do you do?
I can't put any ornaments at the bottom. It has to be up.
We're finally the cat's old enough that it's not an issue anymore.
okay.
But
Yeah, I think
My cat's still 3, and I don't know when he's going to grow up.
Mine are only 2. I don't think I'm there yet.
I have a dog, not a issue.
Oh, Kato.
I have a dog, so he's not interested in the ornaments. But okay, well,
before we take off, we have to talk about holiday travel because it's one thing that I feel like most of us can agree on that we don't love, either planes, cars, driving, any of it. But Delta's actually trying to make it better. They're bringing Shake Shack on board, sort of. Not to everyone, right? First class?
First class only, and only right now
Out of Boston.
Oh.
I think they might, extend it, but still the first class.
So you're saying my flight that I'm taking on Delta from Seattle to Spokane is not going to have
Shake Shack.
I just feel so sorry for those first class people. They really need
extra
Shake
things.
Shack.
That's the thing. I guess I would be like, can I have the regular menu and not Shake Shack?
Oh, no, you're not a Shake Shack
Shake
person.
Shack does nothing for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't tell that to
That's a
Suzie.
hot take.
You love it? It's your
I
favorite.
do.
Oh
I
my
do
God.
love
What
it.
do you love there?
I love the burgers. I love how fresh they are and the meat. I just love
the
Shake Shack.
smells that are going to waft back
always love
to the
that
peasants
smell.
in where I sit.
Yes.
I think it's a
it's
safety
great.
issue because if we all sitting in coach are smelling Shake Shack,
There could be a riot on board.
it's like a coup. We could go up to first class and grab their burgers.
Well, I guess if I ever sit in first class, which will never happen, but if I ever do, I am more than happy to come back and say, guess what, Susie?
This is all for you.
This is all coming right your way. Why Boston? I just like.
Isn't that where it's from?
I don't know. Maybe that's where it's from. I'm
just very intrigued why they picked Shake Shack.
I actually think that's pretty cool, though. Like, the airlines, it's so much of a crapshoot to fly anywhere at any time these days. I think the airlines are just doing anything they can to try and entertain people.
Fair enough.
Stand out a little bit.
I do like when there's music in the the
Yeah.
buskers.
Oh, yeah.
The SeaTac Airport has reindeer sometimes. That's kind of fun.
That is very fascinating.
Going back to Santa pictures, I will say when I was living in San Diego and flying back and I was sad because, I wasn't spending time with my family around work, whatever, there was a Santa in the San Diego airport and I got to take a Santa picture by myself.
Wow, so
we have never
it's
missed...
not your parents making you do it.
True.
I'm sitting on my own.
That's the real story.
I've turned into my mother. I think
that.
I love Santa pictures.
We all turn into
I'm
our
not afraid
mothers,
to admit
Yes,
it.
we do.
Oh, I think that's wonderful.
True. I didn't really realize that till it all. You all brought that full circle
That's
for
the
me.
joy of the holidays.
That's what our families do to us and for us, right?
I love it.
Yep. I'm going to be thinking about that for a long time. I like that.
And Shake Shack.
Good.
And,
yes.
Well, and Shake Shack. I might actually
now I want
just
Shake Shack for lunch.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No on the fruitcake. Yes on the Shake Shack.
Thank you, everyone. This is so fun.
So fun. Thank you so much. And thanks for spending time with us today for this special holiday celebration. So much fun. And from our New Day family to yours, have a wonderful holiday season full of joy and the people you love.
Well, that's amazing. Absolutely. And you can check out our website, of course, for more of our content. And you can always send us an email to share your thoughts. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll all see you next time.